There is a risk that if I give you the floor, we're going to open up the whole debate, but you have the floor.
Apologies, I'm also a member of the Agri Committee and we had votes this morning and this is a very, very important topic. I have been following it and my staff were here, so I just have a question for the ECA, if that's okay. Can I ask the ECA, if you looked into the whole promissory note deal in Ireland, which became an integral part of the Memorandum of Understanding in that it was included in the area referred to by Mr Hayes earlier. Ireland was forced and is still being forced to borrow 31 billion, which was used to bail out the failed creditors of two failed non-systemic banks. That 31 billion is more than the entire tax take from income tax, corporate tax and capital gains tax for the year 2011 when the programme was implemented. If you haven't yet examined that issue, perhaps even going back to to the institution, also in very questionable circumstances, could they do so now? And finally, for the European Commission spokesman spoke of no cost to EU taxpayers, assured us all that envelopes are being repaid, so there is no cost to taxpayers. There is a cost in individual countries. Is Ireland not a member of the EU? The promissory note costs in Ireland, for example, 6 billion in the last few years. We have borrowed and burnt up into thin air. He also spoke of member states taking programme ownership, that this is crucial for success. Who comes up with these words? It is an imposition. The European Commission and the ECB are the only ones who have ownership. And I apologise again, I wasn't here earlier. I've mastered many things as a politician, but not the gift of bilocation. But we only have 11 members in this Parliament, so I've got to master that. Thank you.
I'll give the floor briefly to the Commission and then the Court of Auditors.
Okay. This is a very, very technical issue, these senior bond holders. I think that basically when you look at the history and actually we mention it in our ex-post evaluation of the Irish programme, this buyout of senior bond holders did occur mostly before the programme was put in place. These were decisions made by the Irish authorities, by the central bank, and this is the assumption that we come to. It's not an amount of that could have been bought back or basically cancelled in a certain way. It's an amount which was much smaller than that. Now, if you replace private debt by public debt, which is what occurs when a programme is given, and you provide official assistance because the country is not able to borrow on the financial markets, basically what counts for that country is that the interest rate is lower than the cost of borrowing in the markets, and this is an important point.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Well, our findings on the issue raised by the honourable member are resuming paragraph 114. Basically, what we are saying there is that the ECB didn't share with the other Troika partners the underlying reasoning for the recommendation they were making and the decision they finally took. We had not access to the documents, so we couldn't examine that, and our findings are those that are recorded in paragraph 114, page 49 of our report. Thank you.